And that's why the work will continue, because I will never, ever, ever let another person, whomever, girlfriend, boyfriend, co-worker, supervisor, mommy, daddy, sister, brother, anyone, take away from my value, my worth, or treat me like other than what I bring to the table. I know who I am. And that is how you need to start talking to yourself. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know who you are for other people. Start being that for yourself.
I hope you know what it's taking. You know this cookies for the begging. Kitty, kitty, baby, get that thing to rest. Cause you done beat it like the 68 Jets.
Oh, it's hard to say goodbye when your heart is on the line. Baby, I just wanna make it right with you. And it's hard to say goodbye when your heart is on the line. Baby, I'm just trying to make it right with you.
What's up, everybody? It's the one and the only, the first and the finest, Miss Wright. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a at-home spa day with skincare, face mask, nails, and a girl chat while we're at it. As a matter of fact, I really don't want to call it a girl chat because it applies to any and all genders and people. But we're going to be doing a self-development talk while we are having a spa day. So you just saw me kick off my day with the gym in a relaxing bath. I got overheated and got right up out of that John. But I needed to do that because I was super sore. So I had my Epsom salt, lavender salts, and it was relaxing. I just got very hot. So got out of there, and now I'm about to actually wash my face again. I showered afterwards, but I noticed some makeup under my eyes. So what we're going to do skincare wise is cleanse with the Fenty Beauty Total Cleanser, and then we are going to make sure everything is extra clean by wiping with an astringent, and then we're going to apply a face mask. During all that time, we're going to be having a self-development chat. As I mentioned, I just woke up with something on my spirit, and that something is knowing your worth and how important it is to know your worth, the signs that you need to know your worth a little more, and how you reestablish that knowledge with yourself. So let's get into it. First, let me wash my face though. Okay, I'm also gonna go in with this handy dandy little tool to make sure I'm getting in there in the nitty gritty. But like I mentioned earlier, I woke up this morning because I'm going through some thing with someone that was once very close to me, and it just kind of made me realize how important it was for me to know my worth when I was going through things in an intimate relationship, and how that needs to be applied in all aspects of my life. Knowing my worth should not stop, you know, when I'm done having intimate problems with a man. Like, no, girl, you need to know your worth with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with your man, with your girl, with your work, like with yourself. Knowing yourself, knowing your worth, and knowing your value is crucial. Crucial. It's like I'm saying crucial. 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 I'm gonna go in with my astringent and make sure there is absolutely no traces of any makeup before we go ahead and put on a face mask. But the reason that I felt inclined to talk about it is because I know that there was a point in my life where I was really struggling knowing my own worth and tapping into that worth, and I could have used a video like this to listen to at that time. So hopefully this touches anybody who may need to hear it and address some things with themselves and within relationships in their life, and know, okay, like, I'm actually that girl or that dude or that gentleman or that whomever, and I need to carry it as such and stop letting these type of things go on. So patterns is probably one of the main things that stuck out to me in being a red flag. Hey, you don't know your worth. Why? Because I started to see consistent patterns with people in my life where they either were taking advantage of me, having these expectations of me, like, yeah, I know that that's not cool, but you know, brown is not gonna say no, or you know. Now the face is clean. I love these little handy dandy things that come with most face mask kits. And I'm going to use this Professional Detoxifying Intense Black Peel Off Mask. Red flags are signs that you need to do a better job at tapping into your own self-worth and value. Can be a couple different things. For me, it was recognizing patterns based off other people. So for a while, I felt like I needed a man in order to be happy. It took me a while to be able to say that out loud, but like I noticed a pattern where people were just using me for my good parts, not even just like, you know, those kind of parts. I mean like support, financial support, emotional support when it's convenient for them. I had this thing where like nobody would cuff me. That was like really the straw that broke the camel's back. Like even once it came time to cuff me, they would dip and then go off and cuff other people. So imagine what that could do to a person and their feeling of worth for themselves. That messed with me for a while, literally from like freshman year of college up until maybe a year ago. I didn't really start tapping into my worth until like August of last year. So not quite a year because it's only June, but damn near. So that's a red flag. That if you see consistent behavior from other people where they aren't putting your best interests in mind, that's a red flag. Okay, maybe I need to do a better job of knowing myself, because why do they feel comfortable enough to treat me this way? Is it something I'm doing? Is it something I'm not giving off? Or like why does everybody think they can play in my face? Like that needs to be a thing for you. Other red flags or signs are bad self-talk. If you catch yourself saying, my go-to was my life, like OMG, FML, 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 like that was my big thing. And even though it's not literal, it is definitely it's not good self-talk. Or when I was having issues with my body, you probably don't even realize you do it, but just open your like consciousness, and as you hear me talking to you, be like, oh my gosh, I do say that. Or I don't say that, but I have been making fun of the fact that I, you know, XYZ. Like really listen to what I'm saying and take it in and be like, oh shit, maybe that is a problem. I think I do that kind of often. Or like my mom do be telling me stop saying that, and I just can't stop saying that. What is that? It's probably a sign that you need to do a better job at tapping into your self-worth. So stuff like that, patterns from yourself and patterns from other people is probably the biggest red flag. Like, hey, you don't know your worth, baby girl, but you tapping this video and listening this far means that you want to change that. So let's go ahead and make that happen. It's definitely, like I said, not going to happen overnight, but it is a process, and the willingness to endure it is the first step. Like you gotta want to do better for yourself and not just want to, you know, like raise your vibrations because that's what you see on Pinterest. No, baby, like when you're alone with yourself, how do you feel? Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. It ain't no game out here, y'all. It is real. It is the real deal. It is dark out here. Single, cuffed, happy, sad. It is hard out here. There's so many expectations. There is so many like comparisons, and just I'm trying to get everything. I can't really get right here because if this don't rip off my eyebrows, I'm gonna be pissed. But that's as much as I'm gonna get. You know what I feel like? Venom. Okay, sorry. So the mask is on. We are about to switch gears and switch sceneries because we're gonna do my nails in the bed. And like I really want y'all to feel like y'all are my like besties, because y'all are. So we're doing what besties do, and we're painting our nails in the bed, period. Here's my current setup, but this is a bed desk that was a gift to me from my friend Nyla. It was on my Amazon registry and I love it so much. But yeah, I don't have anything special. You know, I'm not a nail tech, but I got some regular acetone nail polish remover. I have Sally Henson Hard as Nails. I already cut and filed my nails yesterday, so I'm just going to maybe buff them a little bit. This is my absolute fave. It is a quick dry top coat by Ceviche, and it's like gel like. It is amazing. So I'm going to use the Hard as Nails first, an OPI natural base coat, then go in with this pretty color I found in my nail kit. It's from H&M. And I just have some hand lotion because that acetone always dries my hands out. And yeah, I have my little file and buffer and towel so I don't get messy. Because we're going to rinse this off, I'm not going to do all the painting on camera, but I will take a picture and show you guys how it turned out. But just while the face mask is doing what it's supposed to do, we're gonna clear, buff, file, and throw in the hardest nails because that doesn't really need too much time to dry. Where did we leave off? Pretty much now you know the signs that you probably need to do a better job at knowing your worth and establishing that knowledge with yourself and with the people around you. One of the biggest reasons that this is so important is because people treat you how you treat you. And when you are not tapping into your own self-worth, when you're not tapping into your own self-worth, like, they don't feel the need to go above and beyond for you if you're not going above and beyond for yourself. Like, you might be so used to just bending over backwards for people, or even beating up on yourself, that like you don't take it as hardly as you should when people treat you badly, or people treat you in a way that you shouldn't be treated. It might not even like hit you the way that it's supposed to because you're not tapped in with yourself. How do I do that? How do I do that? It's different for everybody. Everybody's process is different. But for me, the first step in genuinely knowing my worth was owning up to my part in my failed relationships. I need to own up to my part in it, period. That's it. Like I told y'all earlier, it was very difficult for me to be able to finally say, I feel like I need a man to be happy. But that's not even the entirety of owning my part in it. Owning up to your part in it means saying to yourself, okay, what am I doing that is allowing these people to feel as though they can do this to me? For example, I mentioned earlier that I felt like one of the biggest contributions to my insecurities was the fact that I would talk to all these people for so long and really get hung up on the fact that they wouldn't cuff me and really start to feel like there was something wrong with me. The approach of saying there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough, that's why nobody will cuff me, was wrong. But owning up to the fact that, okay, what am I doing that is giving not one, not two, but all of these people the idea that I'm not worth cuffing? What am I doing? And I had to sit back and really like reflect and think and realize, okay, I'm giving these men everything. I'm giving them the cream of the crop. I'm giving them wifey treatment for free. And then I'm wondering why they wouldn't cuff me. They don't need to do much. I was already giving them everything they could have ever wanted: emotional support, financial support, physical, like everything. I'm like giving my entire self to people that weren't deserving of that. So I had to own up to that. Like, okay, that's my B. They were wrong to take advantage, but that's my B. Never will I ever again give myself entirely to a person that is undeserving of that. And I want y'all to know that that is not just for an intimate relationship. That is on all ends and spectrums of relationships that you have with your coworkers, with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with your partners, with yourself. Like, you want to love yourself, and I want you to love yourself too. But let's be honest. Like, do you deserve that glass of wine? Did you achieve the goals that you set for yourself today? Like, hold yourself accountable. Hold other people accountable, especially when it pertains to how they treat you. Okay? So now that you have owned up to your part in it, how else can you better your relationship with the comfort of knowing your worth and your value? The next thing that I did that was was most helpful, actually I didn't do it, it was done to me, but I had to make myself less available. I suggest this, like, whether you know your worth or not, because making yourself too available is like opening the door for people to just kind of walk all over you or take advantage of you. And it might be difficult to follow this step if the relationship is with yourself, if you are the one that is being, you know, not nice to you. But in that case, what you would do is make yourself less available to your crutches, make yourself less available to the negative talk or whatever it is that is serving you. So if you are the one that's having the trouble respecting you and treating you like you deserve, it could be because you are looking forward to other people coming in to save you. You're looking forward to having people build you up. It's easier to talk down on yourself if you know your mom and your cousin and your sister and your boyfriend are always going to be like, no, stop it, you look great, you're amazing, you got this. Like, you might not even realize you're doing it, but subconsciously beat up on yourself because you're waiting for that. I'm not saying cut ties with all those people, but I'm saying make yourself less available to those people. Like, spend some time with you and just you. Like I said earlier, when you look in the mirror, how do you feel? If it's with a friend, a cousin, your mom, like, clearly you can't cut off your mom. I'm not saying to do that, but I'm saying create some healthy distance, because the only way to really tap in to yourself is to be with yourself. You have to spend time alone. And that's how you essentially do the work. In my case, like way back when I was in the thick of it, I was broken up with, and it forced me to be alone. It's almost time to get rid of this, y'all. I'm gonna put on the hardest nails and we will go. Yeah, so I didn't really have a choice in the matter, but I definitely felt like my world was ending. So at first, I never had to be alone. I never had to be like alone. If I was single, I always had people like on speed dial. I was never really, this was the first time that I didn't just run to another person to make me feel better. I actually sat with myself in those thoughts. So if my crutch was feeling the need to have a man, when he broke up with me, I wasn't begging and pleading. I was for like a little bit, but then stand up. I got myself together and I like allowed myself to feel those feelings by myself, which was such a hard thing to do for me, but I did it, and I'm glad that it happened. Honestly, like looking back on it, it was an uncomfortable thing, but I feel so much more comfortable with myself now that I've went through that. Like, it started this self-care journey that I'm on today. Like, and the journey did not stop because I got back into a relationship. I feel so much more comfortable with myself and knowing my worth and my value, and that's why it still holds true to this day, and I'm still a work in progress because I still work on it every single day, whether it pertains to a man or not. I am a selfless person, so feeling like I need to do a better job at knowing my worth has shown itself in more than just intimate settings, but the one that shook me to my core and made me really go and do the work, that was the one with the men, because that's what it was for me. Whatever is for you will be it for you. But like I said, cutting those ties, making yourself less available, and spending that much needed time with yourself so that you can do the work, which I feel like is the third and most important and final step in knowing your worth. Okay, so we're back in the bathroom. My nails have the hardest nails on it, and we're gonna try to rip this off. Once I made time to actually stay with myself and spend time with myself and be alone, it was to do the work. Like, do that internal work. That could look like a bunch of different things for you. It really depends on what kind of person you are, what works best for you. The consistent work, that looks like a variety of things. For me, it included self-reflection, which was talking to an outside person. It could be talking to a therapist, it could be talking to someone completely detached from the situation who is unbiased, or talking to yourself every day, talking to God, the universe, your ancestors. Writing, like taking a moment to reflect is helpful, because when you are in the thick of your emotions, it's very difficult for you to like remember all the things that you either overcame, that you've done for other people, the battles that you have faced. It'd be taking you a moment to like go through the motions, feel it, express it, get it out. Like, you have to feel it, you have to get it out. And the moment that you can, and you're actually alone with yourself, you can dig deep and reflect. In addition to that, I did a lot of reading. I went and purchased a couple self-help books. I will put those in the description. But one of my faves was You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And it's something that I pick up here and there to this day. It's another very crucial and important thing to note, that you shouldn't just be doing the work when you're in the thick of it and when you feel like garbage and when you feel alone and all this other stuff. In order to genuinely become better at knowing your worth and knowing your value, you have to pour into yourself. And that's it. Like, no expiration date. And treat yourself how you treat other people, or how you want to be treated. That way, that is included in the work, like doing good things for yourself, remembering what things you enjoy doing, and getting out and doing those things. I was going to dance classes, making up dances in my bedroom. I was coloring, I was writing, I was binge watching Netflix shows, cuddling with my dogs, in-home spa days, face masks, doing my own nails and toes. Point is, that is all included in doing the work. Figure out the best way to appeal to yourself. For me, it was treating the self-care work like schoolwork, because school is something that I love and I miss dearly. It's like, if it was a job and you were getting paid to do it, you would take it serious. If it was school and you were getting graded on it, you would take it serious. So what can you do to make this stick for you, make this work stick for you? I have a notebook with lots of notes, and I add to it to this day. I highlight different parts of the book that I feel like speak to me. I leave notes in the book that I feel like speak to me, and affirming the opposite. I said affirming the opposite as opposed to just saying, say affirmations, because it's re-amplifying the first step of admitting your part in it. Yeah, so if I felt like I was giving too much of myself and that was what I admitted to myself, what I would affirm to myself would be something like, I love myself, I approve of myself, I don't seek anyone else's approval, and I now protect myself. I protect my feelings, and I only give myself to those who are deserving. Like, those are some of the things that I would say if I was still that person. But again, it all depends on you and what you're going through specifically. But essentially, knowing your worth and knowing your value will become easier and more fluid when you practice the things that I said. It'll help you once you start really doing things for yourself. You'll be like, I was tripping because I didn't need a man, because I wanted a man. I thought I needed a man. I can do all these things myself. I thought I wouldn't be happy. I found dancing again. I have no reason to feel like I can't be happy without a man. What? Or like I need this approval from my parents. Tap into yourself. I approve of myself. Tell yourself that every single day. Look in the mirror. I approve of myself. Pouring into yourself the way that you want others to pour into you. Establishing boundaries in your relationships, whether it be relationships with your friends, cousins, supervisors, boyfriend, girlfriend, or yourself. The next time you talk bad to yourself, you better check yourself. Hold yourself accountable. The next time you make an excuse for yourself, check yourself. Hold yourself accountable. And I promise you, people will start to treat you accordingly. Once I really did it for me, and I think it started to settle in, like, okay, I don't need him. I will be okay without him or any other person. I'm cool, actually. Like, once I started to really like sit into that, my man came back, and he came back acting like he lost a goddess, like he lost a limb. Because he knew, because I started to know. Does that make sense? But when I put in that 6 months of work, oh yeah, and that's why the work will continue, because I will never, ever, ever let another person, whomever, girlfriend, boyfriend, co-worker, supervisor, mommy, daddy, sister, brother, anyone, take away from my value, my worth, or treat me like other than what I bring to the table. I know who I am. And that is how you need to start talking to yourself. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know who you are for other people. Start being that for yourself. And I promise you, they will start to treat you accordingly. And with that, I'm about to go finish my fingernails and maybe make some popcorn, start a new show, just hang out with myself and my doggy. Y'all want to see my doggy? Noder. They want to say hi to the Noder pet. This is Nova. Hi, Mom. She's so happy to talk to you guys. She loves the camera. She loves the camera. You guys, I feel like the skin is skinning. With everything I just said, I hope something spoke to you, something touched you, something pierced your soul, and you now feel like you are able and ready to take on this self-care journey and genuinely develop a better relationship with yourself, with whomever is making you feel like your worth and your value is in question, and you're able to tap into your worth, tap into your value. Hope this was helpful. If you like videos like this, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you also go ahead and hit that notification bell so you do not miss the next drop. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it came to you at the perfect time. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Don't miss the next video because there's one coming at you soon. Thank you again. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.